Welcome on back everyone to Total War Warhammer 3 in part 21 of our legendary Yuan Bo Immortal Empires campaign. In today's episode we have a battle of a bow versus a minigun, where across the field we have several rats that are fielding rattling guns. We've got a couple of poison wind globadiers. Let's see if we can handle it. And in they march. Plan is I'm going to have the blimps kind of move forward a bit and fire on Hull Scurry Yulsif here, try to take him down as low on health as we can before he actually gets to our lines here. So let's send the blimps forward to start firing on Hull Scurry. We've got a bunch of storm vermin to deal with, and then of course the most dangerous being the rattling guns. They've decided to deploy incredibly wide, which is going to make things pretty difficult for us. Alright, they're going to start firing. Looks like most of that's hitting the Skaven Slave Spears up front, which is not a good sign. We'll have our own spearmen start moving forward. We need to make sure our missile troops are able to focus down their own. So let's go Jade Warriors. Send them up to right in front here. Hold the line. Start retreating our Sky Lanterns back a little bit further here. Poison Wolf Rats going well wide. Need to move back. Here's maneuver, Dragon Guard maneuver. Here comes the lightning. And that didn't even show up a little white circle for us, which is horrifying. We don't even get to know when the enemy's firing stuff at us. You move up, Noble, and deal with the rat. Keep moving back there, Lanterns. We can't have them get it to attack even a little bit. It will lose that one aggressively. Right, here comes the first set of rattling guns. Let's go start blasting them. Slings, poison wind globes need to go as well. More lightning dropping on down. Not much we can do about it. In fact, we'll send our own Lord in to go after him. Rip apart those rats. Come on, we gotta use that range advantage. Our entire front line here is completely gone. I'm not thinking we're surviving this one. They don't even have to get any closer. We need to deal with the enemy Lord there. Stop those storm vermin from getting through. I don't think we're gonna have any chance of doing that. Keep moving backwards here a little bit. Poison wind globes are down. Let's switch to the rattling guns. Yeah, the enemy chieftain there just sitting in our front lines is a bad time. More lightning dropping on in, and we haven't been able to deal with this enemy Lord. Which is very bad. Crossbow teams that are left fire on the rattling guns.
I am prepared. Yes.
Yeah, the Warp Grinder's little earthquake ability is quite powerful. Try to deal with these grinders here. You switch to firing on the rattling guns, which are tearing apart our blimps. Blimps need to fall back a bit. Flamethrowers are just annihilating. You all move back on in. Spears hit these guys. Now there's no way we can catch them in time. We've got the rattling guns. In fact, all of the rattling guns are now fleeing. See if we can get them to fire on this group, so they are now gone as well. It's just closing the gap on the warp fire throwers. I think we're going to pull this one, or turn this one around. It's just how many troops are going to be left is the question. And this chieftain in front is a huge issue.
On to command. Moving out. The king.
Don't want to keep advancing. Let's have the two blimps here fire on this chieftain. Try to pull them through. Warp lightning is just a nightmare. Hunt down those warp fire throwers. You get rid of these wolf rats where and when you can. Turn on back around and fire on this chieftain here. In fact, we're going to switch you over to blasting at him as well. Really, they got overwhelmed. There's not much we can do. We got to send the blimps back. Our front line is pretty much gone. Rip him on down. The Lord is just continuing to flee. There's not much we can do about that. Let's see if we can get you out of those spearmen there. You move up fire on these slings. We're never going to catch these warp fire throwers. The problem is they're going to regain their leadership and then annihilate those Dragon Guard. Moving. Our Lord has fallen. Crossbows, let's have you all fire on this last group of slings. In fact, actually, let's change mine. Go after this now broken chieftain. Warp grinders need to go. Keep them pinned down. Alright, let's also turn and try to catch these warp grinders. Yeah, warp lightning has been a pretty huge issue here. 36 kills though, so mostly just on our crossbow teams earlier on. Gotta keep bouncing back and forth so these guys can't fire, and he should be dragged down quickly. Gotta keep our blimp moving. And there we have it. This army is incredibly weakened though, so we're gonna need to hopefully round up as many of these rats as possible. Try to regain some replenishment here. And what a nightmare of a battle. We do come through it on top, but losing 800 now, we should be pretty easy pickings for anything else that Clan Mulder might have in the wings here, so we'll see. Let's take the replenishment no matter what here. We did lose one of our units of Jade Warriors, but we'll take the extra troops.
They have a gone before your execution is ordained.
Grimgor is going to try to stay the execution, though, by giving us some shiny stuff. 5,000 is a fair amount, but we're making so much per turn that you're going to have to offer quite a bit more for your own life there, Grimgor.
Go before you
Vlad wants. Vlad wants to fight. No, never mind. We're already fighting him. He wants also peace. No, our friends are throwing down with you, and he's also dealing with Tzeentch. Sorry there, Von Karstein. Not today. Oh, they're moving in on Mingzhu, but this squad of corn dogs is not enough. We'll just give that one to the auto-resolve and send them back into the hills. We will take the gold.
They are sufficiently broken.
Wintertooth has decided to attack the Tsarina, so we ride to her aid. Yongkang the Musterer, and Zhang the Musterer, and we've got a couple enemies slain in battle. Thankfully we didn't get ambushed by yet another force. We'll have to head on over and see how our caravan's doing. Eliminate a lord belonging to any of the enemies of the northern provinces, Yuzak or the Puppets of Misrule, giving us some lovely relations and a celestial silk robe. Rakarth is actually going to chase Jianhuo. Bold strategy. If he's upon his dragon, it's going to be an issue. Do we see any kind of demon breath? Agony. Nobody does have some nasty spells here. Rubric of Dark Dimensions? Intriguing. Well, we could just go ahead. Not a big fan of the Empire just hurting and running for the hills. Yeah, we can just set up a ambush here.
General.
Come on over towards the Wellsprings of Eternity. They're all alone. Completely defenseless.
Celestial General.
We'll do crossbows, and then I would love 2 sets of crane guns, but those are over on global, so I'll hold off for that on that for now. Let's instead get an additional Jade Lion. And then start filling in the ranks of Halberdier warriors. Especially throwing down with Rakarth. It's going to be nothing but chariots and big beasties. Xiaokang, back to Hexwaddle. Your Astromancer has more skills, so we'll give him a point into Renan's Thunderbolt. Or Reaver could go to the next tier. I think we will. That'll allow us to get even stronger ports and speed along Skeggy that much faster. We slow the growth of Skeggy to speed it along. We'll zoom through all of our good old provinces here. I think Jiangxi doesn't care about... I don't care about the upgrade there so much. Let's go for the town at Monastery for that lovely vintner. The dragons demand fermented grape juice. Just walls, which I don't really care about. We'll upgrade the bamboo crossing. Yuming Serpent will go ahead and pop in the dock, but then we'll leave everything else because we only need 2 points for the town.
Dragon-blooded Shogunga.
Let's give this last a few more spear troops just to kind of be an ancillary force to hold the line. It looks like Harkin is moving to take back the tower.
Dragon-blooded Shogunga.
Fences should be enough to hold. Could be. We kind of have no choice but to move after Matty Vol.
This smells fishy.
This smells fishy. Yeah, let's come on up here and drop kick the Pox Marsh. Just make sure we don't get run up on from behind there, and then we can turn around and keep purifying the rest of Lustria. Vic, you would slay my crows? Your army is pretty strong. A couple of deck guns, a couple of mortars. No artillery on our own squad, which I think we need to probably do some changing. How far can the deck guns shoot? 225. Now, they do have us outranged, which is going to be gross. Good grief, only barely. Oh wait, no, the Grace of Kuai Yin can actually hit them. Still going to be one of those where we want to send in Yuan Bo on our kind of main flyers first to get some attention for these deck guns, but it's... we should have this one. Maddie versus Big Green Lizard. Alright, this map we can actually use to our advantage pretty aggressively by just kind of staying in the woods. Staying behind the woods even and trying to force them through maybe this choke point. We'll see. Anything that nullifies these deck gunners' abilities, we are going to want to try. Onward. Alright. Well, I kind of just want to set up inside the woods itself. Then we are under threat from the mortars, but if we move in quickly with our lion and other kind of large units, we shouldn't have any issues. Let's start deployment. We could also kind of post up on top of this hill and fire down on them. It's a really tough call. Thinking the center is dangerous, but we can handle it. Let's go ahead and do crossbows. Don't want them to necessarily know where they're at, so let's go crossbows with 2 of them behind our Grace of Kuai Yin. Just barely, though. We don't want them spotted until we are good and ready. Don't mind them firing on Yuan Bo, and we did always forgot to take him off of his Wujing Compass. So, poor boy is going to be slow and not useful this battle, which is not great. So you stay in with the main army. I may have you up a little bit to get shot at by those mortars, if we can help it. How many front line do they have? Actually, a fair few. Let's go ahead and deploy the armored boys in the woods in front, and we'll kind of reorganize them as the enemy gets closer. Halberdiers behind. Gotta find the crossbows that are not already deployed here. There we are. Have them a little ways further behind. Kind of want to hide them over here in this set of woods. Advance them all at once. Ambushes like that are quite fun, but the AI tends to know where your lads are at. Very suspiciously. Hide behind these big trees. With our flyers. Drum in the center. Kevin, I'm gonna hide you behind this pillar here, just to be a nuisance if we can, and then just have Yuan Bo set up again behind these trees. Alright. Everyone in their units here. A little unfortunate that our Astromancer's on his cow wagon. We do have the Celestial Lion and the Comet, which looks like about half the power of a normal Comet of Cassandora. And Air Force, to make sure our crossbows aren't advancing into any kind of lines of fire. Alright, let's get this battle going. Yuan Bo forward. Flyers also forward.
My place is at the heart of Cathay.
We'll have our crows deal with the enemy flying units, and then our lances go in for the mortars.
Them quickly, so I may return to my calling.
Calligraphy. Yuan Bo loves him some calligraphy. So they've got hidden units in the woods. Not so concerned about that. Just keep kind of testing their defenses. Them going wide. Same thing here with the Celestial Lion. Don't want to take any free damage. Moving through the forest then. All of the rapid fire clicks. Alright, let's go straight over the top after these mortars. Send one after each. Lion's getting shot at, so we'll send him away. Let's go Overcast Blossom Wind, because I'm curious to see how much damage we get through the archer line, who should be standing still. Crows, let's head on in after the bats now. Gonna get shot at a little bit, we kind of have to deal with it. Jade Lion got caught by Depth Guard, that's not a good time. Blast the breath through, you turn into a dragon. Dragon mode, go. Keep moving, everyone. Drop that leadership. Have you go after some units that are a little bit more elite. Lances of Wage in, let's get you guys back up in the air. Same thing with the crows. Well, actually, we've got the crows chasing who we can. Perfect. Main force, start moving up. Forgot to bring Yuan Bo in, so let's have him go after just this lord here. Enemies are all over the place. Jade Lion, you move real wide. Our own cavalry, if we can get them up in the air, that'd be awesome. Same thing with you crows. Let's have you go after isolated groups of gun mob. May not get all of our crows through this battle here. Executioner and Executioner's Blade, just to finish that guy off as quickly as possible. Lion try to smash through. Let's give our lads more armor. Yeah, we're gonna lose one of our crows. No. Sad, but we can get more pretty easily. Let's get the Lances of Wei Jin moving, because they are now getting obliterated by deck guns. Her turn the Jade Dragon back round. We need to find the other lord here, or hero. Crows, come on in here. Let's go after this group of, not gun mobs, that's a trap. Drop a meteor here. Have our forces stop moving forward. Start dropping some chain lightning. As soon as that's active, let's go ahead and hit this gun mob here. Crows up there, we might lose both of our crowmen, which would be real sad. Oh, our longbow riders too. purest of nonsense.
The time
We needed to move our front line in a little bit faster.
is gone.
There's one Longma out of there. I don't think he's going to end up surviving. Go reload time reduction.
Executioner.
Pros. Keep maneuvering. There are so many enemy guns. Keep your self-resistances. Throw down. Lion, let's find you one more group of handguns. Hopefully we get our one Dragon Guard to survive. I don't think we're going to get that lucky, though. Race of Kuai Yin, let's go ahead and weaken these bombers and get rid of them. Good grief. Drop all of their armor and then hopefully survive. Send the halberds through the line. Now we're gonna lose the second group of Crowmen too. They kept these depth guard back just to be turds. Meteor here. Get all of our at-risk units well away. Including the Lion. Lightning over here on this mob. Anyone with a bow, quickly. He's got some good aim. Finish him off fast. Oh, let's see what the damage is. I am concerned. Deal with these depth guard here. And that's that. Easily the most elite army we've had to deal with so far. Alright, we'll take the... No, we lost our Great Long... There was one left at the end of the battle. That's just wrong. So our elite Great Longbow Riders and our elite Onyx Crowmen are felled. Yeah, just because we didn't bring our main body force in fast enough, they're completely unscathed there. As soon as those mortar teams were down, we should have started moving them in. We'll go ahead and occupy the Pox Marsh. That way I can immediately go on into Global there. Got 14,000 gold. Make sure we make good use of it. Yufu is sitting here hogging up some global recruitment. We'll come on into Levy the Provinces and finish that up right away here. Instantly completes one turn of ongoing recruitment. It actually works when it comes to your troops, as long as it's in either global or normal. So that army is now much more scary. Yuan Bo, we can try to replace what was lost. So a unit of crows. They take 2 turns to get on in, which is not great. And then do we want to grab anything else to replace? I guess we could go for another lion in the meantime. Jet Lion is going to give us Guardian Shield. Or we could just go for another Jade one and increase Yuan Bo's spellcasting potential a little bit more. Let's go for that. We'll do another Jade Lion to replace our Longbow Riders. And then here in a bit, we'll probably just add in some more Longmas.
Keeper of Wusheng.
We really don't need much in terms of actual Jade Warriors here for this squad. We could go a couple Dragon Guard and then Astromancers for our front line. For Yuan Bo, though, let's go ahead and give him Talons of Night. That way we've got all of the murderous spells. We'll grab this and then the Net of Amentok, and then we'll start moving on. That way we can stop some enemies dead in their tracks and let our crossbows rip them to shreds. Finish off Woundmaker for Kevin, taking him up to 503.
The Celestial
It's not armor piercing, so he's still going to struggle quite a bit against any kind of Warriors of Chaos or the like. I think we're going to grab a point into Earthing. Make sure to take you off your Wujing War Compass. I think also on the Great Moonbird, we would have had a little bit of a better chance of taking out some of those enemies before we lost what we did. Let's go Cleansing Water here. He's going to give himself 25 more charge bonus. Spell resistance and melee defense as long as there are, or for all of the allies in that radius. Give anything I want. blades. They're gonna force people to stay in one spot. We don't have very many of those. For a spell shield, so he's got some kind of protection. And then I guess the Sword of Strife, just for some extra bite. Not lacking on ancillaries, but none we can actually give to our Astromancer here. The Awakening will go for the Yin Walls. And see how the old undead react. Could have plenty of gold to go for some upgrades back at home. Let's pull up the Province tab and see what all is good and upgradable. As per usual, our walls are always ready to go. Dai Chang will take up to the next tier. Definitely not. We want to save those 6 turns on at the Star Tower there. Increasing control at Jin Wu is not a bad call. Enemies still control the Veil of Titans now, which is where Muck Wolfherd is hiding. They're no longer Wang, so we can move in now, I believe, pretty safely. Let's come on up into ambush stance. Grimgor is likely to take his place, so safe is still quite subjective, is the word I was looking for. Should be fun. Continue to recruit more men. Let's go frontline forces now. So 3 Jade Warriors sounds good. It's mostly just walls. Still don't really want to upgrade Mountains of Morn all that much. We could go for Mingju up to tier 3 since it's taking so long for Wei Zhen to build up any kind of population. Hu Chao to tier 3 as well. And we're out of gold to really spend. I think if we are going to spend any more, it's going to be purely on soldiers. Yuan Mao, you keep moving towards Shi Wu. You do the same. Go ahead and surround and start building up some siege equipment.
Shameless absurdity.
Northern Provinces has cannons. I'd like this to be mostly an army filled with explosives, though. Proper boom boom artillery. Which no one really is packing at the moment. Screaming Skull Catapults could be fun, too. I figured the Ice Court might have the units we were looking for, but no, not yet. Ice Guard with Glaives could be interesting, though, because we could use their ammunition to slow enemies down or being blasted apart by the rocket batteries. So let's grab whichever ones are... We'll grab the Glaive version. Go ahead and surround Shiwu. A clear victory.
Make your ancestors proud.
Sold. We don't even need both armies.
Bend to Cathay.
Cathay is secured. Finish the Great Plan are no more. We'll go for growth here. Get the Obsidian mine in here next turn. You move up towards Li Zhu, and we can send you through the portal as well. Cathay is more or less secured. You'll have random demon princes start popping up. We'll deal with them when that happens.
Celestial General, muster to our strength.
Mr. O. Since we don't have any more Terracotta Sentinels at the moment, let's just go for another Jet Lion to reflect that Chaos Dwarf artillery back at them.
The Lord Magistrate stands.
Dang, we are about out of gold, my friend. You give him an additional Northern Province cannon. I think I like that. For sniping out big undead beasts, or even the ones of Nurgle down there in the south.
There must be order. The Iron Dragon.
Zhao Ming versus the Shady Neck Snapper. Our forces are a little bit haggard, but Kurek Vrag is about to fall. Alright, we've got 2 rock labas to deal with. A couple of black orcs. Really nothing here that's too scary. Zhao Ming can just fly over the walls and bop the poor goblins on the noggin. And then from there, it's lights out for the rock labas. Let the siege of Krag Vrag begin. Oh, I love all the signal fires we've got burning. These may not be signal fires, but ones that we have lit ourselves, but look at all the flames. That is an awesome scene. Let's start deployment and get to tearing it to shreds. I'm thinking the high ground on this side is going to be the call. So that way we can at least continue to fire with the firing rocket. Yoink will set that guy up there. Port towers are going to be an issue, but I think with Zhao Ming moving forward, that should cause enough of a distraction where they leave our firing rocket alone. I'm going to keep the alchemist back with them for the moment, because I can use the metallurgy piercing, giving them a little bit more missile damage, increasing 737 by 25%, which is terrifying. Too strong a math for me, but still terrifying. Rock labas are also going to tear us to shreds, so we need to move very quickly with our chaff forces here. So we'll have a squad of archers, backed up by swordsmen, backed up by more crossbows. Then we need to kind of spread the troops out just a bit, that way the ones that are getting shot at by the crossbow or the rock labas don't accidentally take their friends out if they're missed. Kind of like this, but I kind of want them behind. Go Green Guardian up front. He looks incredible. Love the Warpstone imbued terracotta. Looks insane. I actually love a kind of Warpstone similar to Ikit Claw, like a Warpstone alchemy workshop here for Zhao Ming, since he's so well known for working with Warpstone, so much so that it's warped his mind a bit. So him having kind of his own unique units that would be Warpstone inlaid like the Green Guardian would be awesome. Let's get single entities in one squad here. Frontline forces, and we do need to move everyone back over here because we've got a couple that aren't deployed proper. Let's do some Jade Lances over here just to keep him distracted. And then more Dragon Guard ready to move in. You go with Group 3 in guard mode, and then we'll have the Cavalry as 1. Alright, battle begin. Let's immediately activate the Metallurgy Piercing. Send Zhao Ming to start knocking the gates down. You're out of range of all of the rock labas, I'm going to keep it that way for now. Should have gone for the Master of Alchemy flaming there on the firing rocket to even boost it further. Let them pick their own targets. The fact that they haven't yet is a little bit concerning. Can't actually target that up on top of the wall. Interesting. Well, I don't mind just blending some health then off of these 2 heroes they have up on the walls. Let's get both of them. I'm gonna pull Zhao Ming out, let the Green Guardian go after the gates, and then I forgot about my flyers here. Let's send them up over the top. Apologies if I'm speaking a little bit louder here. I've got some flying company that's being a bit noisy. Alright, Zhao Ming, you go dragon mode. And let's sit in the boys. Well, there's some weird terrain issues there. What is going on? Oh, did I not deploy? Yeah, that's a thing. Run, Dragon Guard. You're going to take all the damage for free. That will just get the guys that we actually deployed cleverly and get them up, moving up. Firing rockets appear to not be able to shoot at anything. Hiding inside the Black Orcs, are you? Not so scared of that. We'll just increase his armor. And then go for the Guinness Golden Hounds if they decide to surround. Really good shots from the fire rain rockets. Our cavalry is gone. We'll just Guinness Golden Hounds here missed a really good opportunity with these guys. They're just going to split up, so let's blend up these orcs and then go for the single cast here with these guys. Start blowing up the Night Goblin archers next. He's trying to run for his life. We cannot have that. Something's getting a little bit messed up here. Torch that group, get the flyers up and running away. Sure we don't get caught by the squigs and Black Orc combo. Smash back in if we need to. Nope, let's get the lads back up in the air. Yeah, we lost way more Celestial Dragon Guard than we needed to. Set them up there, let them start firing at whoever they can. Jade Warriors move in. Crossbows move up. Take down these clowns. Go after that enemy lord, which I guess we decided not to keep chasing. We'll do a little bit of fire magic through these orc boys, which have pretty low armor. Nice, nice. In fact, we might just go into normie mode so you can actually hit them. Alright, cavalry, let's get moving, find ourselves. This tower needs to be knocked down. There's a couple isolated groups in the back there, but we're not so worried about them anymore. Jade Warriors are just there to be a nuisance. Send in the Green Guardian. Go ahead and give it that metallurgy. Have our Jade Warrior team just move in and capture zone. Hold the line. Let's go normal archers up on. It's too much, so we'll do 2 of them up on top. Crossbows move to firing on this group. You guys get back up on top there. Their enemy lord is just running away on repeat, which is very impressive. Firing rockets, let's stop. Fire at will, that's terrifying. Start blasting at these Arab boys if you can. Everything over here is terrified off. Let's go ahead and start moving after the most sneaky and tricksy of enemy lords. How are they able to shoot? Oh, good grief. We lost so many Dragon Guard for no reason. Alright, you lot, move on in. Firing on these Black Orcs would be great. Move up, start chopping on the barricade platform. We'll have a couple lads take the surrounding positions. Lions, you and the other flyers come up and over the top. Squig herd, those are some Black Orcs. We should be able to stomp this squig herd before they get too much closer. Yao Ming is in a lot of trouble here. Brought the constellation of the dragon here. There's no escape. And that nuke should have done some pretty sizable damage. Really, they got through that very well. Up in the air then, Yao Ming. We'll just send the cavalry through the front gates then. Alchemist. Set up where my crossbows are all split up in weird ways now too. We'll go here instead. Keep annihilating this group. Yao Ming. They're doing a really good job of keeping their units away from you, so let's just go open over the top after this group of Arab boys. I'm gonna throw some fire back. Be nice and cheeky. Keep these Dragon Guard well away from the fight, because we lost so many of them for no reason. Alright, flyers. Let's have you all move after these rock lavas. Once Yao Ming dances through the line, we have so many towers we need to knock over as well. Let's maybe instead send the healthy lions after a couple of these towers. Send the Guardian back. Or Alchemist as well. I think should annihilate these archers. Green Guardian comes stand over here, that way we're not getting hit by as much melee troops all at the same time. Bring the crossbows up to be useful against those black orcs moving in. Should absolutely annihilate the squig herd there. We can get into combat. And if those black orcs move to intercept, we should be able to scare them off. That should terrify both groups off pretty well, especially if we send a terror bomb into the back. Hold on, let's move back over the other side. Turned out to be not an easy battle at all. Alright, lances come through. Deal with these black orcs. In fact, let's come on through and capture this zone if we can. Those also black orcs, they are confident. Our archers are all over the place. Get them firing on this group of black orcs there. Working together should be beautiful. Let's go ahead and give these guys a little bit more armor. And we should be able to blend that group up, no problem. Black Orcs getting torn to shreds, but we've got trolls incoming, so let's go ahead and pull our cavalry away. I always forget how aggressive they are about dealing with your cavalry squads. Come on, just knock over that tower so we don't have to deal with it coming back. Those Black Orcs should flee quite soon. Go ahead and take a little bit more land here with these guys. Our cavalry needs to charge someone down so they can keep moving. Go hit these goblins next. Using Xiao Ming against just normal archers is no fun. Smash right through these poor gobbles. We'll send the other lion in to help out. Got its roar still. Slow and steady. I'm going to send the Green Guardian in, though, to attack this group of archers on their platform. We'll move in to capture this zone to try to keep... So they just decided not to fire at anything? Intriguing. Start blowing up this corridor here. Use your ammo, at least for something. Oh, they actually caught us. That is no good. Keep moving through the cavalry. Black Orcs are quite quick. That will move in cavalry and smash this group. Lion doing a pretty good job of terrifying everything off. Did get caught by the trolls though, which is really bad. Guess the Green Guardian decided not to keep attacking, which is perfect. Firing rockets, let's go ahead and try to blast this group of biggins. Everything over here that's on foot needs to keep moving. Try to just capture some zones while you can. They've got the biggins and everything just chasing you around. Grab this and the flying lions. It'll kind of come back around. Deal with a few of these other towers that are left. Once they're gone, again, still slow and steady, but we have it. Bouncing around. Xiao Ming, go hunt down that enemy lord. Send the archers to go help out with this group. And the crossbows can go this route. And that should delete a couple of their towers there. They're going for the everything they can to beat us with. At least just kill our cavalry. Look at this, the entire army. So much so, we're just going to send our cavalry out beyond the walls. Why are we not allowed to? Let's go around then. I'm scared of you. Xiao Ming, go hunt down the enemy lord. They could fire, that'd be awesome. Flying cavalry have dealt with that tower. Let's move in to get the next one. Just have to slowly and steadily deal with them here. Xiao Ming is now fighting good old Gabo Shaman. These biggins are moving towards our cavalry. We'll just give them one charge. They should flee for the hills.
Guided by ancestors.
Celestial Dragon Guard, move on in. Oh, that legendary camera throwing us off here.
Master metallurgist. Decimate
This group, while they are getting shot at by weakened archers, should be able to charge right through the biggins, even though they are anti-large. No problem. Dragons are insane. You keep on moving, and then we'll have you come around. Get his golden hounds here. Could be perfect. That's someone. We'll have the lions come help you real quick. Other lion, come up over the top. Xiao Ming will just clobber this poor fool. Everything they can to deal with our cavalry here. Crossbows, let's keep moving up.
Guided by ancestors.
We have pretty well captured their fort here. Golden Guardian is in a little bit of trouble. Those are our biggins, so let's pull you away. We have the long riders smash in there behind. Alchemist, go ahead and go for that overcast. Metal spells. Ming's regeneration is simply the best. We'll have our cavalry come up and capture this zone so they can hopefully escape. What happened to our alchemist? He just got destroyed. Ah, the enemy lord. He's throwing spells. They do tend to despise your alchemist most of all. We've got trolls moving in to engage our crossbow teams. So let's go ahead and make sure at least a couple swordsmen that can help out there. Looks like our archers completely ignored a couple of their orders, which is great. And our cavalry are doing all sorts of weird stuff. Either way, though, we come out on top. That was a brutal fight. And we claim victory, but somehow we still lose our alchemist. She was just good grief. Well, fighting against the greenskins be like that, especially when the goblins apparently despise alchemists. We will take the win. 16,000 gold for sacking it. Yep.
Declaw these animals.
You wound our honor, I steal your gold.
The
We'll just turn back around and take Ragvrag. Luckily, she's high enough level where she's just wounded. But we do lose our alchemist once again.
Desert alchemist.
Alright then. Let's go for the upgraded final transmutation and then the point into earthing so we're not exploding. Caravan will go for better capacity. Oh, actually, since you're still traveling around, let's go for Wayfinders so you're not being ambushed. Madam Yi will give you a Earthblood bound spell. Heals. Fantastic. And then probably Jade Shield. Boost income for this alchemist, or probably actually better use would be the upgraded Searing Tomb. Alright.
Dragon-blooded Shugunga.
So we need Fing Liang to be moving down towards Muck. What is his army looking like? Don't quite remember.
Lord Magistrate reporting.
We can set up an ambush on either side, though.
Be as night.
Could you reach Blood Peak? No, really wouldn't be worth it then. We'll go do a march stance up towards Titan's Notch. We'll just come around that way. And then we'll upgrade Firemouth. Alright. And once again, everything else is just going to be our walls. Which I don't care to upgrade right now. Let's find one of our lords. Hasn't been moved. We are all, looks like all spent up for this turn except for Yufu. She's about to defend from Harkin, so let's just kind of come on in and
expect
recruit up some more troops.
quality, efficiency,
More archers
and
for you then.
quantity.
And then
Natural
next
or
turn...
loyalty.
No, I think that would stop us from recruiting. Just switch that commandment on over to the one that would weaken Harkin. Or give us more melee defense.
Astromancer of Grand Cathay.
So Elon's back out and about.
Knowledge shall be ours.
See, still be able to sneak up on the Great Turtle Isle. Plan is back afoot. Alright, our last unit that needs movement here is good old Shunhei, the scout.
Follow the wind.
Oh, it looks like the elves are going to rebuild Britonia. Little by little. We're actually not allowed to have any alchemists at all, and we have 4. We can have 2 more astromancers, though, so let's get that going. Where are the armies that could have them the most? Could utilize them the most? I think Yufu could use a alchemist. I thought we were able to recruit them anywhere. Turns out, no. Let's just do more alchemists here in Illustria. So here, Floating Pyramid, we'll grab either the Crafty, the Weapon Specialist, or the Martial Artist. Ambush success chance is pretty strong. These guys are coming in at rank 19, too. Let's go, Li Guo,
Astromancer of Grand
Ye Guo,
Cathay.
and then also just whatever else we have left. I think melee defense and physical resistance are going to be more useful.
Astromancer
They're both already on their Wujing compass. We'll make sure everyone's flying around on an awesome bird, though. Bird. Lion Whisper for more movement. And we'll just send them out and have them start yoinking technology. So for your skills, we'll give you Steel Technology times 3, Specialist times 3, Wound times 3, and then I don't really like Block Army all that much. Let's go for Scouting just in case we want them in a squad. Then we can start rolling down the spellbook. Go for a very similar setup with the other one. Lead Master on that Gate Master.
Ready.
He is a multifaceted master. Go Block Army, Wound, Spread Control, and then kind of the same thing, so Scouting. Oh, you aren't quite the same level.
Serve the Emperor's
Or maybe did I actually grab Block Army with you? No, we're just gonna ignore that one. And then Thunderbolt. And Rolling Skies. Awesome.
Okay.
We'll start sending both of those Astromancers down south towards the Druki.
even miracles.
They've both got wounding capabilities, so we can have them try to take out Karth's.
Insult.
He has no heroes, but I think some of the other armies are quite stacked with them. Alright, well, time to start giving our towers an upgrade where we can. Just kind of bounce around with our notification button. Get all of the ones that we're able to afford. Oh, since we now own Karak Vrag, we will leave in the corrals so we can get up to the Long Riders. Goods Emporium's already tier 3, so I guess I'll leave that in as well. Powder magazine can be useful.
The Celestial.
We can replace these normie archers with grain guns. Sweet business. Let's go more control here at Mount Lee.
Celestial ancestors.
And then we'll end our turn. Back over with Yuan Bo. His incredibly haggard forces. Before I do, though, let's take one final look at diplomacy. Landritis still wants to make some deals. Not on your life.
Me? You have been granted access to the halls of Athel
We'll continue to solidify our alliance with the Keebler Elves here.
What?
Ice Queen of
Military alliance with Katerin. She is having all the trouble, so I won't take any of her gold.
Kislev. I honor you.
Just allow her to get more of our troops.
On the hunt. Yes.
And then we'll grab the alliance with Hochland
Sigma's will come in peace.
and take their gold. And with that, we'll swing back to Yuan Bo and in the turn.
The Emperor's architect. Gone before your execution is ordained.
Old NATO beard. The Drazar have proved their dominance and demand an end to combat. We win, and so we want to run away. Alright, the turn is ours, and there's a whole bunch of doom schemes going out all at the same time. All of the Skaven have the exact same idea. Enemy can't win if they have no walls. That's for our technology. Continue to ignore that middle line for now. I mean, the Sea Dragon Edict could be so much gold, which we really don't need. So maybe we just go Mastery of Yang here for more movement and replenishment. Moodwood would do kind of the same thing there. Nangao weaponry would have to move through, which would give our Jade Warriors more melee attack and weapon strength. Let's do it. We'll move through Nangao weaponry up towards the Yin Muse.
All Cathay will thank us.
I'm sure they will. It is said that each stone sentinel sings a constant and divine song of purification, sadly inaudible to those not born of dragon blood. All of your statues sing?
Celestial commands.
That's not creepy. Not at all. Alright, well, Harkin is now off the shores of the Star Tower, which is not really that big of a deal. He may choose to go after Fuming Serpent, though, which
Natural authority.
would be kind of a big deal. But only slightly. He's likely trying to go after the Awakening again.
Child of the night.
We'll come on in here and get a few more archers, because you can't go wrong with flying pointy sticks. And then that is going to be all the time I've got for today. I have been at Space Wars of Total War. Thank you all so much for stopping by today's Yuan Bo episode. If you enjoyed the video, remember to leave a like for the like god and a sub for the sub throne. See you all in the next one.